Hello, my fiscal fanatics. Have you ever thought about trading your hard earned cash for shiny rocks? No, not those decorative garden stones. I'm talking about gold and silver. And before you think I've been sunbathing on a pile of bullion, stick around. I promise you there's a method to my metalness. Before we start, though, make sure you smash that like button as if it was a piggy bank holding your last penny. And if you're new here, subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on our financial fiestas. We're all about making money make sense. Now let's dive into the gold rush. Additionally, stay tuned until the end of the video for a promotion where you can get your hands on some free gold and silver. Now, why should we be talking about gold and silver when we could be discussing stocks, bonds, or the latest crypto catnip? Well, the answer, my friends, is inflation. That big, bad boogeyman that makes your dollar worth less than a stale donut at the end of the day. And believe me, from the looks of it, we're set for an inflation fiesta. Why is that? Well, let's look at the US government, the King Midas of money printing. I swear their motto must be, why make billions when we can make trillions? But remember, friends, just like Midas, they might not like what they've turned everything into. The government has been pouring money into the economy like it's a supersized soda. But what happens when you drink too much of that? You're left feeling bloated and unwell. Too much money sloshing around means prices go up. And that, my friends, is inflation. So what happens when inflation kicks into overdrive? Well, folks start looking for places to park their wealth that won't lose value faster than a used car. And this is where our shiny friends, gold and silver, enter the stage. But here's the catch. The supply of these precious metals can't keep up with the demand we're likely to see. It's a classic case of too many dollars chasing too few goods, or in this case, too few shiny rocks. And what happens when demand outstrips supply? Prices go up. Way up. Like to the moon up. But unlike Dogecoin, gold and silver have been a reliable store of value for thousands of years. They're not just a flash in the pan, or should I say, a flash in the gold pan. But why gold and silver? Well, these metals have intrinsic value. They're used in electronics, jewelry, and even medicine. Plus, you can't just print more gold. Well, unless you've discovered alchemy, in which case, please get in touch. So the stage is set. Inflation is looming, gold and silver are in limited supply, and demand is set to skyrocket. But what does it mean for you? Well, let's delve deeper and see why investing in gold and silver might be a bright idea. First, the positives. Gold and silver are a hedge against inflation. As the value of money goes down, the value of these metals tend to go up. They're like a financial life raft in a sea of sinking currencies. Secondly, they've been a store of value for millennia. They're universally recognized and desired. If aliens landed tomorrow and wanted to trade, I bet they'd take gold over a dollar bill. I mean, who wouldn't prefer a shiny gold coin to a piece of paper with a dead president on it? Third, they're scarce. The total amount of gold and silver ever mined would fit into just a few Olympic-sized swimming pools. And unless we start mining asteroids, that supply isn't going to increase dramatically anytime soon. But it's not all rainbows and unicorns. There are drawbacks to investing in gold and silver. For one, they don't generate income. Unlike stocks or bonds, a bar of gold won't pay you dividends. It just sits there looking pretty. Secondly, there's the issue of storage. Unless you fancy turning your home into Fort Knox, you'll need somewhere safe to keep your shiny stash. And that can cost money. And then there's the issue of government intervention. If prices skyrocket, Uncle Sam might decide he wants a piece of the action. After all, he's got a lot of bills to pay. So what does this all mean? Are we heading for an inflationary apocalypse? Should we be melting down our jewelry and hoarding gold coins like a pirate? Well, not necessarily. But it's worth considering as part of a balanced, diversified portfolio. Remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially if that basket is made of gold. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room, the potential collapse of the US dollar. I know it sounds like a plot from a Hollywood movie, but it's a scenario some experts are seriously considering. And in that scenario, gold and silver could be your financial superheroes. In a world where the dollar is as valuable as yesterday's newspaper, having a store of value that doesn't rely on any government's promise could be a lifesaver. But again, don't panic. We are not saying the dollar is doomed, but it's worth being prepared. And part of that preparation could be investing in gold and silver. So what do you think? Are we heading for a gold rush? Is it time to invest in precious metals? Let us know in the comments. I'll be there, just like I'm always there at the end of the rainbow, looking for that pot of gold. Okay, it's now time for that promotion I told you about. In the video description below is a link to join OneGold. If you join via the link, you'll receive a free $5 to go toward gold or silver once you make your first purchase worth at least $100 of gold or silver. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, keep your investments diversified, your wealth protected, and your sense of humor intact. Because in the world of finance, sometimes you just have to laugh. Until next time.